Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III as we are playing with the Royal Court DLC as King Bolesław II of Poland. Alright, so let's just go in and jump into it. Let it play. I've decided that I think we are going to go ahead and invade one of these two up here. We'll take a look at who their allies are and all that good stuff once we get to that point. Because remember, we can't do the Holy Wars here until we get our piety up to the next level, which we'll actually have done in about 18 months, or 18 months from when we started the episode here. So it doesn't take that long, and I think it would be better to go ahead and start that war over waiting for us to get built up enough to do this one, which is going to be a longer conflict. We're going to need a good little war chest to do that as well, because of the length of that conflict. And it's going to be a closer one too. We'll have the allies. So I think it should be able to win that. I just think even with waiting for the 18 months to get to the next level, it would still be quicker to do that conflict. So we did end up having a son here. We're going to name him based on one of your guys' suggestions, Mieszko. And we'll have to see if we have any more children. I expect with both ourselves and our wife being young, we should have several more kids. And we'll have to see how we end up breaking this down if we have more sons. Back in our roleplay series, we were always very restricted on what we could do in regards to their partition inheritance. We're typically often stuck with having to give all of our sons lots of territory. Looks like we did find another secret here, by the way. But with us not playing roleplay series, we can do all kinds of stuff to try and make sure that our son and heir gets as much territory as possible. So he was able to reveal another secret here. So that's now 3 secrets that we found there, all in an attempt to try and assassinate our brother here. I don't know if that'll be enough, honestly, because we did just have such a low percentage with that 11%. I really don't know that 3 would be enough. I wanted 3 at the very least. He doesn't have a large court, though. We can try. We can try this out and see just what the percentage is based on who we currently have available. And you know what? There might also be agents who are willing to operate against them just based on some money. So we'll take a look and see if we can do this, guys. Let's try and murder our brother here. We're at 11% chance of success. And of course, once we do this, then, we're kind of stuck with continuing it. And there are no agents at all to invite here. Well, that's interesting. And we got all the secrets. Let me take a look here. I'm not entirely sure why it won't even show you the agents. That's strange. We do have a martial perk available. We'll pick that here in a minute. Yeah, that's really strange why you can't even look at all those people that we have. Obviously we don't have the hooks on them. We only have the secrets. We can go ahead and actually blackmail them to get the hooks, though I don't think that's going to fix this. So yeah, let's go ahead and blackmail him for being a witch. And then we'll take a look at who else we had in here. We had 3, I think. So this is the one we just recently got. We'll go ahead and blackmail her as well. We can only send one at a time, that's right. We do have to wait. Alright, so we gain the hook there, and you know what, we should probably pick our perk here now. Let's go ahead and blackmail her. A 90% chance that she's willing to accept that. So there's a small chance that she will refuse. So we could continue down the Overseer. Again, I don't really feel like that's the route I wanted to go here. But getting more advantage in controlled territory would be helpful. Mercenary costs, probably won't be hiring mercenaries anytime soon here. So I don't think we're going to continue down here. So let's go ahead and move down the Gallant branch here and get Stalwart Leader, increasing our prowess and reducing the risk of commanding armies. You can also challenge rivals to single combat, inflicting stress if you win. So yeah, we're going to get that one. We'll probably go down Strategist as we get older. I think that makes the most sense, go down this route as a young man and this route as an older man. That's if, of course, we get that far. We are level 3 education, so we should be able to get pretty far on that, I think. So we need to get this blackmail done, and then we'll take a look at where the 3rd one is, though I didn't see another secret in here. So they're clearly not in the court. Is it a vassal? No, it's not a vassal. A family member, perhaps? No. Okay, well, let's take a look and see if we can find him in here. Okay, well, we've got the hook on him. Maybe that's what it was. Excuse me, the secret on him. Yeah, because that's all the secrets we currently have. So you can see we can invite people now. That's kind of strange that it only lets you do it if they can be convinced, because sometimes this is wrong. They can be convinced when you have a hook, and then it doesn't say that. Let me see if there's an example of that. Where's the other guy with the hook? Yeah, here's one here. Like, he would accept if we use the hook. So you can see that if if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't even be able to click into this. And so yeah, I don't know if it's always been that way. And it probably has been, but yeah, it shouldn't be that way, honestly. So yeah, let's go and use the hook on her, invite her to the scheme. I don't know if this is going to be enough. It's at 52% right now, but this guy's pretty low on here. I don't know how much he's going to boost it. Said there, but yeah, that's all right. That's not bad. We're at 6 years, so we do have time to look for another secret. We can also boost it by changing our spy master over to support schemes. So what we'll do is we're going to look for one more secret here. See if we can't find something. If he doesn't find anything, then we'll switch him over to support schemes. That'll increase our, both of our success chance here and reduce the amount of time it takes for us to do that. It looks like there's somebody else that can be convinced. Okay, all right, we can bribe him. 58 gold. We just got enough gold to do that. All right, so let's go and do that. Bribe him, get the, there we go, beautiful. So with that, we don't really need to find another secret. He's pretty close to having it done, so might as well finish it up. What is this about the titles that we can create? We have 3 duchy titles that we can create right now. What's interesting is that the Duchy of Upper Silesia is no longer in his hands. He lost it probably because he didn't control any of it, which is interesting because he's actually doing this war to have gotten control of these counties here. So he lost it just in time. And so now we'd have to recreate it. But the main point here is that we no longer have to worry about him rebelling. He no longer has that negative 100 opinion because he wants all these titles because he doesn't have that duchy title anymore. All right, so that worked out very well for us because I was expecting to have this rebellion here. I didn't see how we weren't going to with a man who holds 2 duchy titles and hates us, absolutely hates us. I didn't really see how that wasn't going to result in a rebellion. But yeah, he lost the duchy title. All right, so it looks like one of our agents has found a secret tunnel. Also, I think he's broken because I believe when they look like this is that bug with the clothes. But he's found architectural sketches of the Duke's castle, and they might be a bit outdated, but look here. We found a tunnel, so this will result in it progressing a little bit faster. And we also got the level 5. Excellent. I think that might be the highest level we can get to right now. Let me just take a look. Yeah, that's the highest level we're at. We could try and increase it a bit further. Or maybe going with the middling lodgings. We don't have a lot of money right now, so I think we're just going to leave it as is. But that gets us the... Okay, so this is a bonus that people in your court can get. Which trait they get is based on your court type. Doesn't look like there's anything in here that shows us what that trait is. You might be able to see it in here, though. Yeah, so it gives a +1 diplomacy. The scholarly one gets +1 learning. There's a military one as well. I think there's a stewardship court. There's an entry court. And so it just increases their skills once they spend a certain amount of time in the court. I believe it's 5 years. Another thing you'll notice here is that we are the 5th ranked court in the world, just under France. So we're doing pretty good when it comes to our grandeur. So yeah, very high, much higher than I was expecting for old King Bolesław. And we also increased our opinion there. Excellent. So I mentioned this in my pinned comment the last episode because I realized while editing that I never really said anything good about our king here historically. I just kind of mentioned the problems he had at the end of his reign. That's because I was kind of saving that for a later video. I try and save the history stuff for, at least episode 3 or 4 or 5 or something like that. I might want to do it a little bit quicker than 5 because he might not live that long. But yeah, we'll talk about some of the things he's done, because he actually did accomplish quite a few things as king, and we'll discuss that in a later video. I just don't like opening up this series with too much of it, of the historical discussion. So we did increase his opinion, and we're at 79 now. So I think we should be pretty close to getting the maximum. If not, yeah, we have completely got the maximum there. So don't need to increase his opinion any further. Instead, we should probably work with our spy master. Yeah, let's go and increase his opinion instead. Sway him up. Get him to like us a little bit more. Maybe he won't act against us. And he's almost done finding the secrets here, and then we'll be switching up his job. And he did not find anything. Okay. So go ahead and switch him over to the support schemes. And it doesn't matter because we're already at 95% on both of these, but we'll have him do that anyway, because you'll see that it will decrease the time by quite a bit. Basically half the time that it'll take for us to get this completed, his assassination. We're moving up on the piety here. We're going at 3.4 per month with not much left to go here. So just a few more months and we'll get that done. And looks like that war finished up. He captured him. And I think that means he just took that county, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he just took this county here, which he now owns himself. He holds that. And it's unfortunate for him that he wasn't able to do that quick enough to not lose that duchy title. Did work out well for us, though. And this is another one of our vassals wanting to pay homage to us. And we're, of course, going to accept it. What is he saying here? Something about the language? Though the Countess clearly practiced the High German vowels, he mispronounces several sections, humorously changing their meaning and leaving my courtiers stifling titters. Okay. So... yeah, this is the same effect, despite the, but you do have a different option here. But despite the different text here, looks like you get the same effects. But you get a different option here, and you can basically insult him. Okay, well, we're not going to do that. We do have an empty council position. I'm assuming the vassal that was just attacked there was our marshal then. Alright, well, I want to say he wasn't a powerful vassal. He might not have been anyway. We have 3 powerful vassals right now that aren't employed, including this count here, who has a 13 marshal, so I think he would be a good fit here. We also have this guy here who needs to be employed. He would be a good steward, but then we have to move the duke here, which, we have to keep him employed because he's so powerful. So yeah, we'll employ him as our marshal, and we could remove this guy. He's a great chancellor, though. And that's the guy we just had that event about, paying homage to us. And there's really no other good fit for him. I mean, frankly, he doesn't have that high of skills anywhere. It's kind of a shame. Yeah, we're not going to remove this guy. We're just going to keep it as is, and that one powerful noble will just have to suck it up. He'll be alright. Alright, so we have an artifact that's being gifted to us. Excalibur the Sword? Excalibur? Okay. We'll take that. Wow, this is a pretty good sword here. Now, it's not one that will wear on us. It's like a ceremonial sword that will go inside of our court. It's a pedestal item. What I don't understand is why he's giving it to us. He said, "Dear cousin, please accept this humble gift. It was a treasured possession of mine, so I hope it honors and serves you well." I'm not entirely sure why he's giving it to us. Because he doesn't have a court, perhaps? Because he's just an earl, a count? I assume that's what's going on here, but it's interesting that he decided to give it to us, because in my whole playthrough over here, I hadn't had a single person as playing the King of Croatia. Not a single person has gifted me an item yet. I'm not complaining, but yeah, it's interesting, because I hadn't seen anybody do it yet. It seems like they might be programmed to do that if they don't have their own court, and we're his cousins, so it felt like we were worthy to get, and it might have something to do with our high ranking as well, with us being the 5th best court in the world. So yeah, we'll go ahead and place it there. Excalibur. That is going to increase our prestige and renown per month. Our knight effectiveness is going to go up by plus 2%, and we'll get a little bit more court grandeur. We're at 42 for our baseline, so it's actually decreasing right now. So I have to get about 8 more if we want to get to the next level. Alright, so I think we'll likely get this next level of piety here, or devotion I should say, before the assassination. And so we'll be doing that attack. As far as which one we're going to attack, there we go. Excellent. Got that done. So now we are faithful. Got that clergy opinion +5. And most importantly, we can declare war here using the religious war goal. So he's stronger, and he also has an ally, which that's counting his allies. So that's one reason why he's stronger there. But neither are very powerful. We should be able to defeat either pretty easily. I guess it's a question of, because we can't declare war for like a whole kingdom or anything. We're declaring war for a duchy. And while these are both dukes, that doesn't necessarily mean that we'll get all their territory, because it's for a specific duchy. So with here, you can get quite a few counties. And you'll split them in half as well. Could do it here, then you're only getting the 4 counties. I guess you'd want to do it for the one that gives you the most. Obviously over here you're not getting anywhere near as much. So that would be one option. We'll take a look at him. I don't see how this could be better unless we're completely wiping him out, which doesn't look like it'll be the case. You're going to get 4 counties here. You wouldn't want to go this way for obvious reasons. So you could do it this way and slowly kind of pick them apart. We'll probably just end up doing both of the wars though. So yeah, we'll just go and attack him first, just because he's the more difficult one. So why not? Let's do it now. So let's go and declare war on him. And this is going to be a holy war. I feel like we got to do it for this duchy, just because it's so much more territory. Yeah, so I think we'll end up doing this one. It does split his territory, but that's fine. It'll look ugly for him, but yeah, I don't care. So this will be 160 of our piety here. And he could also have some allies from his religion, but he'd need a lot of allies to make up for this. We'll take a look and see. Yeah, this is this guy over here. But yeah, he'd need a lot of allies to make up for our own allies, which would be willing to come to the war, though I don't know if we'll pull them in or not, because they're kind of far away. So I don't know if we want to pull them in, since that would cost us prestige to do so. Basically, if he brings somebody in the war, then we will. Otherwise, I don't see us doing that. Alright, so I was going to raise these guys up right here. And we'll raise them all up in that area. And we'll be leading the troops ourselves, as we are already set to do, because we are the best commander here. I'm going to slow this down a little bit, since we're going to be doing some conflict here. I wish we had built our army up, our men-at-arms, a little bit higher, but that's okay. We got plenty enough troops to get this job done. So I'm going to split this army up, just because the supply is so low here. Let's kind of give some levies over here with the siege engines. And as far as how many troops we're going to give them, there's pretty low supply throughout all this region. Well, that 2,500 or so would be good. Maybe 2,600, somewhere around there. And we should be able to go through any territory without any problems here. So maybe one more? Yeah, that's probably good. We could even send a few less in there. Like so, or maybe the 218. Yeah, that looks good. So yeah, let's go ahead and select this army here, give them a commander. I mean, it would be best to have us in charge of the army that's going to be sieging, but that's not where the glory's at. I'm trying to see if we have any siege commanders. I'm not seeing any. So we're just going to put our knight in charge here. And he's a reaver. I guess we can take a look and see. We could do the holy warrior. That gives you the faith hostility advantage +10, and we are fighting a different religion here. So that might be the better way to go, though I do like the idea of taking less attrition. Yeah, we'll just put him in charge. He's slightly worse on the advantage, but again, I think that holy warrior one will make up for it. But the idea here is that he wouldn't be fighting alone anyways. Alright, so we'll probably attack. Well, we need to find his army and engage that first. And we'll probably just engage him with our main army here, while they go ahead and start up the siege of, I think that location would be the best place to do it. Yeah, we'll do it there, and then he'll come over this way. I'm assuming he's going to raise his army up right there. some around this area. And he did get his ally in, of course. We'll see if we need our own ally in. We could use them. Can we get over there without taking attrition? Probably not. No. Alright, so we'll just stay here for now, and we'll see if he attacks us or not. He's probably going to wait for his ally here, in which case we're going to need our entire army to get this done. We don't actually have enough troops to take this. It's just too large. Wow, this is a much higher level than I was anticipating here. So is this a lower level one? Yeah, this is level 5. Alright, so they actually have some higher level fortifications here than I was expecting. There's a low level one. Alright, so it's just these couple ones up over here. Alright, so yeah, the rest of these are low level. It just so happens I sent them to the area with the highest level. Alright, so yeah, we'll just send them over here. Keep them all in the same area. I know they're going to take a bit of attrition doing so. So what we could do is once he gets here, move these guys out over to here. I don't expect they would be able to beat us if they attack. This is going to take us 12 months to do. Yeah, we'll just keep them all here for now. Again, they'll take some attrition. We can always put them back in our own territory afterwards. Yeah, we'll just do these sieges, let them come after us. Attacking here, we'd have to go across here and then attack them that way. I don't know if they have any advantage bonuses here. Well, they actually don't. I was expecting them to have some advantage bonuses in their capital. They do not. Not yet. We were able to sway this guy. We'll keep it going. Get a little bit higher. But yeah, we'll take one territory over. And then we'll attack him, because clearly he's going to sit on the defense here. Now, as far as which areas we need to conquer, we just need to get this one duchy here. So we just need to get control of that to start getting the war score. And yeah, I guess they're just going to sit there, because they know they can't defeat us. Just let us take, attrition. Lose numbers until they're a more comparable number here. But even then, do they have the men-at-arms, and do they have somebody that has this kind of commander advantage? Probably not. So, yeah, I anticipate they'll probably be staying on the defense, more than likely, until we take high enough casualties here. Alright, so we can go ahead and speed it up since we're just doing a siege. Alright, here's a hostile army here. They're not in the war, though. Not entirely sure what they're doing. And here's the murder. Here we got that bug happening again here with the clothing. Seems that not every servant at his court is blindly loyal. Assures me that he has way in. The few coins in the right pocket could go a long way. We don't really need to do that. Yeah, I don't really feel like this is necessary. It's too risky. I mean, we already have, a very high chance here. It's an intrigue challenge, something we're not really good at. And you do get, this nice bonus to the success chance, but it's unnecessary. And it's only a 60% chance, 39% chance it's exposed. So I just feel like it's too risky. So let's not do that. We can wait. We almost have it done anyway, 6 months. And hopefully it'll be successful. Can ask our head of faith for gold. So let's do that. That'll get us 181 gold. Definitely necessary. You see that we're about to go in the negative. That could be taken away from our advantage if we are in debt. These funds will bring me victory. Alright, so we're now 3 months to get the siege done. And we now have our event, and another agent joined, apparently, as well. We didn't have to pay him. A meal to die for. My agents have prepared for weeks. The cook has been bribed to look the other way. The poison has been acquired, and the duck was gifted. It will be rubbed with the poison, and the better herbs will mask the smell as it is served. The deadly bitterness will be the last thing my target ever taste. Alright, so 95% chance. Should be able to get it done, you'd think. Those are paradox percentages, though, so maybe not. And we did. We did get it done. He died under suspicious circumstances. And a bone got stuck in his throat. Now it is unclear exactly what killed him at all. Okay, so nobody even suspects that it was a murder. Alright, so we took out our brother and inherited all of his lands and titles. That's more troops that we could raise up here. So yeah, I might want to go ahead and do that. Raise up the remainder of our troops here. And yeah, the alliance has, of course, expired with him since he's dead. So this is a nice another 2,000 additional troops here. I don't think we need that location. Yeah, we don't need that location. This is that high level fort. We're going to need everything we got to take that one out. And couldn't go there without taking attrition. Could come over to here, but I assume they would attack us. Might as well just finish up the siege, and then we'll take all of our troops and send them after them. So we'll just go ahead and move this guy over here for now. Siege is almost done. And then we'll go and attack his troops just so we don't have to worry about him any longer. Get some war score as well. Alright, so we got a little bit of gold from that. We're at 8% on the war score. And let's just go ahead and send all the troops in here. We'll wait for these guys to get a little bit further. We don't want them to get attacked. And they are going to try and take off. Alright, so that's unfortunate. We are also short on supplies. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to our own territory and supply up real quick. Just gather up some supplies. And then we'll attack him. Yeah, he tried to run from us, so basically what we're going to need to do is put a unit here so they can't flee without attacking across the river, which would be beneficial for us. So what we'll probably do is send these 15, 13 here. You know, we don't want to lose the men-at-arms in case something happens there. We'll probably send these guys here. We also inherited his heavy infantry. Okay, so we'll probably break those off and put them with the main army. Did we get anything else over here? No, just the heavy infantry. We'll probably get rid of that eventually, since we already have a heavy infantry. Won't need that. Yeah, let's go ahead and take these armored footmen, and we'll move them over to this army here. This is also letting us kind of get back some of the numbers from the attrition we took. It's not really necessary since we do outnumber them, but by so much. But yeah, we'll just gather up these supplies. No real rush here. We'll probably let this go one more time, simply because he's a spy master. We want him to like us as much as possible. I'm sitting around the map table with Count Visibor, I guess it's Visibor, and Count Marian, discussing our strategy for the ongoing war. Maybe that's Marian. Visibor eagerly points out all the prime targets we should immediately send raiding parties to pillage, while Marian explains how we need to watch what our foes do and respond accordingly. It is my right to decide our ultimate course of action. So because of our high martial skill, we can just do both, which is going to get us the improved pillaging. It's going to get a reduction in the siege phase time, though we do lose an advantage here. We lose some advantage. It's -5. I don't know if we want to do that. Though it would be nice to get those sieges done quicker, considering that some of them are fairly large. You also get the hostile county attrition reduction and the supply duration. I think that's probably worth the advantage loss, honestly. And then we get the improved maneuverability, so it's increased movement speed, and enemy defense advantage will be reduced. So that's pretty good. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do both of them. I don't think there's anything else that would be better than that. So yeah, let's go and get that. So some nice bonuses there for all of our commanders. And do we have the supplies up? We do. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this done now. We've delayed long enough. Oops. Alright, so we're going to send these guys across the river here. Will they take attrition? No. Alright, so we'll send them that way. And we want them to go all the way around them, so there's no way for them to get away from us. I don't want to chase these guys down. There was a Liberty faction created against us. This Count has done so. Let's take a look and see if there's anybody else. Seems like he's the only member right now. I did expect to have some faction issues. Could probably, once we finish up this war, really use with... Oh, he's still going to run. Dang it. I was hoping he wouldn't. So yeah, we have to chase this guy down now. Now we have the increased movement speed. Oh, what happened to this guy? He was supposed to come over here. He could have got away that way as well. I guess it doesn't matter because he's not going that way. We got another martial perk available. Excellent. So that'll only be helpful here in this conflict. We'll get the night effectiveness plus 75%. Okay, so they're going this way. Alright, so we do want to have him come over here then. Just kind of bouncing around, hoping to catch these guys. Just to get it done. But they might not be willing to fight us no matter what we do here. Might just have to keep the whole army together. But yeah, we'll try and go this way. It'd be best to get them to attack us across a river here. If they get over there, then we're going to have some issues. We can catch them here. Okay, we'll at least catch that guy. So with that, let's just go and send everybody over here. That one unit can get away, or he won't get away. All right, we got them all in the battle. Excellent. So that worked out fantastically for us. All right, so we got our first actual battle here. We outnumber them 2-1. Much better commander, I think. Or actually, no. We're not using our good commander, unfortunately. All right, so that's a real bummer. Because he was the first one of the battle. That's a shame. It's not like EU4, where your best commander would take over there. So my son and heir, Mieszko, is unusually calm child. When the others play their wild games, Mieszko often withdraws to some silent corner. He does not speak a lot, but I can tell he's always thinking about something. All right, so he got the pensive childhood trait. All right, so now that he's got his childhood trait, we can go ahead and pick his education focus. The pensive children do best at learning or stewardship. I think we'll go with the stewardship focus. Yeah, let's go with that one. All right, so that's a bummer. We're going to take a lot higher casualties since we're not in charge of this. Because I just kind of threw all my units into it. I was expecting him to get there first, though. And we did capture somebody important here. A count, who happens to be the heir. So that got us up to 71%. We'll take a look at the battle, see how exactly we did. We lost more troops, again, because we had the cruddy commander there. So that's unfortunate. We shouldn't have had that many losses. Let's see how our knight's done. Take a look at the events. That's the knight we killed, which was Count Marion, who did the killing. And we lost one of our own knights, a count here. That's all I wanted, is one big victory here. We're going to go in and go after the fortifications, and of course we're not going to do this one here because it would take much longer. We'll just go after these quick ones. I think we'll probably try and do 2 at a time. That might be a bit risky though. Yeah, that might be a little bit risky doing that, but you can keep a lot of troops here. So what we'll do is let's go ahead and get rid of this one here. Yeah, we'll get rid of that guy here. And then send these 2 over there. And take out that fort. I think that if we sent this guy here, he'd probably be too many troops here. Alright, so it's going to be 6 months. This is a level 2 fort, so nice and quick. We are sitting in our domain limit, by the way, so when we get all these new titles, we're going to have to give some titles out. Alright, so he's on the retreat. You see these men coming back here. Yeah, I expect they'll, once again, probably just stay on the defense. They might come over here and try and siege us back down, but they won't be able to do it in time. We'll have this one done, and then we'll just engage them over there. They would get it done in 9 months. That's actually quicker than I'd like. We should be able to get there in time, of course. We'll have a good 4 or 5 months or so to get over there. But yeah, we don't want them nullifying all our progress here. But yeah, one of the nice things about having our commander here is that he has, our king here, is he has that military engineer, reducing the siege phase time by 30%. He also just got that modifier. It looks like our cousin was taken prisoner over there in Hungary. And we did sway him again. I think that's probably good enough. Let's go and start working on some of the other counselors here. Try and get their opinion up. Probably should work on him now. I was avoiding doing so, with him being the most powerful. It makes the most sense to do him, but when he had that negative 200, or excuse me, negative 100 opinion, yeah, I didn't think there was any real point on trying. But yeah, now that he lost that, we can go and get his opinion up. Maybe we can avoid conflict with him. Heresy has popped up. We're just going to say, what twisted mockery of our true faith is this? After we finish this up, we'll try and engage them in battle again. I assume they're going to take off the moment we start marching over there, though. We'll see. And they did all get that trait. Are we 5 years in? Yeah, we're 5 years in, so now they all have the increase to diplomacy. Alright, so just knocked it out. Only got 5 gold. Increased the war score by a little bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and try and catch these guys here. Would be a nice easy win. We don't want them engaging him. We need to make sure this time that our king goes in first. So actually, let's just move here. And make sure our king's the one who arrives first. So that he's the one that gets... Yeah, they're going to take off. Not surprising. We can still engage him, though. Alright, so he gets there on the 5th of July. Would he get there at the same time? No, the 4th of July. So that's the problem. That's what happened, guys. Is that he's faster. Okay. So we need to give it a couple days here. And then send him off. Make sure that we are the commander there. Alright, so our king will likely be fighting alone for a little while. A couple days. That's okay. Oh, we didn't actually engage all those troops. One of them got away. Okay, so I'm hoping this will be the end of the war here. Get this battle done, and now you can see we actually are commanding, and so we'll have much, much better numbers here. So you can see we lost 158 to the 629. Again, we didn't need to take those casualties that we took last time. Just didn't time it right because we have that faster commander, which I think is this guy, actually. He's got something that speeds him up. Alright, so we killed his mayor, one of his knights. It was this guy here who did the killing. He's actually kind of a poor knight, honestly. Alright, so the war is done. Let's go ahead and get our territory. Force our demands. Alright, so with that, you see we have gone way over our domain limit. There was actually 6 counties there. Okay, I was thinking it was just 5, but there's one up here as well. So that was easily the best location for us to go after for increasing our own strength here. So we did just seize all of his territory, and we can go and disband all of our troops here. So we have until July of next year to give out these titles before we start getting the penalties. And I think we will wait to do that because what I think the best way to go about doing this would be to usurp the duchy here, and then we can give the duchy over to somebody. Yeah, I think that's what we'll end up doing. We could just give it out all to counts as well, I suppose. We wanted to keep it out of the hands of dukes. That'd be an option too, and just hand out to all 6 counties individually. But I do want to take that title from him rather than have it be destroyed. I think that'd be the best way to go about doing this. And frankly, it is nice to be able to not have to manage a bunch of counts. Though that does result in having a more powerful vassal, and thus more issues. The map. My spies have informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at the local tavern. The man has been spending large amounts. So we've seen this event many times before. So this is somebody operating against us, and they paid this guy to make a map. And you know what? He's pretty decent. This hunter. The fortune builder, he's lazy, trusting, but he's got good diplomacy and really good stewardship. What's interesting? Well, we have 2 choices here. We can say thank you for bringing this to my attention, and then we'll gain 40 stress, which will put us in the critical because we're wrathful. So we're going to want to definitely put them in our dungeon, which of course makes the most sense for us. And we'll be more vigilant, increasing our intrigue and hostile scheme resistance since we know somebody's operating against us. So yeah, we'll go and arrest that guy. We might want to take a look at our dungeon. I guess this is the only guy we have. I thought we might have arrested somebody in that war, but apparently that's not the case. Could ransom him off for 10 gold, but could instead recruit him. Let me just see how he feels about us. Yeah, I could see potentially recruiting this guy just because he's got that good stewardship rating. And you can even make him like your, you could even make him like a powerful count here. I know he's a lowborn guy. But yeah, we could make him like a powerful count so that we could put him here as our steward, though we still have the issue. I guess we have guys who have high stewardship. Yeah, we have this guy. He's got the level 15, and he's a powerful noble already, so that's not really necessary to do. The problem, of course, is that we don't have anywhere for this guy to go and keep him happy. He's just so cruddy. But I do want the higher stewardship, because we're trying to increase our development right now in the capital. So being able to do that quickly would be nice. But anyway, so yeah, we can keep that guy in the dungeon, or we can just go ahead and release him for some money. That's 10 gold. Anything helps. And I think that might be what we end up doing, just taking the money. I could have seen recruiting him, but yeah, there's not really anything for us to do with him, honestly. So we're just going to get the gold. We need the gold because we need, I think, 250 gold to usurp this here. Yeah, 250. I don't know if we'll be able to get that by July next year. Probably not. I don't know that we'll be able to get that in order to usurp it, so I might have to wait a little bit. All right, so this count here who's on our borders, he's in the HRE, and he's learned our language. He's learned Polish here, or I guess you'd pronounce this Lechitic? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong on that. I'm not entirely sure how that's pronounced. But yeah, he's very happy with himself that he's learned our language, and we can try and form a friendship with him, get some opinion here, or we can just do this here. Might end up forming a rivalry with him, but we'll get 150 prestige, which I think is the route we're going to go. He's just a little old count. We're not too concerned about pissing him off. We have a court event here. My homesick mother. I'm making my social rounds around court, and I hear yet another heavy sigh coming from my mother. Whether intentional or not, her solemn presence hasn't gone unnoticed. "Oh, hello, my child," she says after the initial startle wears off. I cannot tell for certain if she's being melodramatic or truthful. Please pay me no mind. I'm simply homesick. That is all. I don't even get a chance to respond before she lets out another melancholic sigh. Leaving without a word is bound to change nothing, so I make the decision to speak. So we can say, "Just leave then, you ungrateful lich." That's how we talk to our mother, huh? So we could do that, and we'll gain 12 dread and decrease our opinion of our mother. She's our mother and our sister-in-law, by the way. We could instead say, "Perhaps you could teach me some East Slavic." Okay, so this is one of the languages she knows here. Oh, does she not even speak our language? It looks like she doesn't. So how are we talking to her if she doesn't even speak our language? Not sure about that one. But yeah, we could use this to start learning East Slavic, which, yeah, I could see doing that, I suppose. We could say, "How about we import some Russian delicacies?" That'll give us some court grandeur, and it costs us some money, which we don't want to do. Or we say, "Your feelings are your problems, don't bring them to court," and then we'll get some prestige. Yeah, we'll go and try and do this. We'll also get some respect with our mother. How old is our mama? She's 60. Yeah, we'll do this one. Why not? We'll try and learn East Slavic. Also, we can hold court now. But we won't be able to do that right now, since that does take a while with all those events. Because, yeah, it has been over 5 years here. So we'll start out next episode by holding court. And again, we'll probably try and wait here for the year. I don't know if we're going to have enough money by that point. How much do we need? We need 73 more gold. We're getting to 6.3 per month. And we have a little under a year, 11 months. So we'll be pretty close to getting that. So I think it's fine to go ahead and wait. We'll usurp the title, and then we'll hand it out. Hand out these counties to different individuals. If we do give the duchy title out, we'd probably only give him one county. That's it, just to make sure he's not too powerful. And yeah, we'll find somebody good. I don't know if there's anybody in our court that seems like a good fit. Maybe one of our knights, kind of reward somebody for doing well. That's probably what we'll do. Reward some knights. And see if there's anybody here that we might want to recruit. So again, that would cost money. But yeah, we're always on the hunt for new knights. I'm not sure how good our knights are right now. We're going to take a peek real quick before we end this here. I'm sure we got some cruddy ones. Looks like our worst knight is 8. That's not that bad. Yeah, it could be much worse. We don't really have any really fantastic knights either, with the level 12 prowess being the highest. So yeah, we'll always be on the lookout for some better knights. We don't have any family members, I don't think, to reward. So yeah, we're probably just going to have to give it out to random people. Because yeah, I think most of our knights are also counts already. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this. This is the scheme to learn the language. That is a personal scheme, by the way. So it does replace any attempts that we have to try and sway people until we're able to get 2 personal schemes. This is going to take 2 years. I felt like it was a good thing to do, though. I could see, it being useful knowing East Slavic. And gives us some quality time with our mother in her old age. But yeah, we won't be able to sway anybody until we finish that up 2 years from now. So hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.